beautiful soul, welcome back to another video here on my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Natalie and this is Be a Free Spirit. The focus on this channel is to guide you through ascension, so I only focus on the self-awareness, self-love, self-growth, anything to do with the self. You guys know the drill. So today's reading is all about messages from your ancestors. I was completely pulling cards for like a different reading and I just kept being pulled to the cover of this deck. Like this image just really kept like speaking to me. So I thought, it's been a really long time since I've done a video like this. So I thought, hey, let's get some updated messages from our ancestors. I feel like there's been a lot of cosmic energy lately, especially to what I've been pulled to. But I think it's important to always still connect with our ancestors, and it seems like a lot of your guys' ancestors really wanted to come through and share some messages. So this will be a longer reading, but it's definitely all messages that will help you along with your journey and things your ancestors have been wanting to say to you for a while. So this will be an encouraging, uplifting, and I think very enriching reading. It might be helpful to take some notes if you see fit. So before we jump into the reading, I just want to quickly put out there that I am currently booking private readings at this time, so you can book directly through my website. I offer recorded or live readings. I also do monthly specials, and this is a fun way to introduce different themes and topics and different price points so everyone can have access to clarifying information. So right now I'm doing a monthly reading of 4 cards for $22. So if you're interested in any of that, you can book that through the link down below directly on my website. Also, just want to put out there that if there's anything in this reading that doesn't resonate, could be that message wasn't meant for you. This is a message for the collective and a very specific part of you as well. So this is the part of the collective where your ancestors really wanted to come through and speak to you at this point in your alignment. So when you're seeing this is exactly in the right timing. So just use your intuition to decipher if this message is meant for you or not. I trust your intuition. I completely trust you guys. So that, I think, gets everything out of the way. So let's go ahead and jump straight into a close-up of the decks and the meditation, and then we'll get into the reading. All right, so here we have a close-up of the decks. This is pile 1. This is hematite. This is pile 2. This is Oregon opal. This is pile 3. This is honeycomb calcite. And this is pile 4. This is chrysola. Very lightweight. It's an amazing stone. All right, so as usual, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys 30 seconds to meditate with those piles, and then we'll jump straight into the reading. All right, hopefully that gave you guys a moment to meditate with those piles. Timestamps are listed down below for your group. Hi Pile 1, welcome to your reading. I hope you're doing so well today. Very excited to get into this reading, get some messages from your ancestors. This is a very thick deck, so this might be a long one, but just bear with me and continue to stay as present as possible to respect your ancestors coming through and giving you these messages today. So it's basically pretty open. I just kind of asked your ancestors and spirits to come through and share whatever they felt like was really relevant for you right now and give you just kind of guidance throughout the reading. I'm also going to pull some charms and just see what last messages they'll have, and then a question journal prompt for you as always. So let's just jump straight into it and see what your ancestors want you to know right off the bat, okay? We have the snake, time to shed old skin. Looks like it's time to kind of go through kind of that cleansing process of realizing what is part of your old transformation, part of your old transition, and letting it go, right? Opening up that space for something new. It seems like your ancestors really want you to embrace this new transition that is trying to enter your alignment right now. It's time for that next phase. So in order to open up this space, there's things that need to be let go of or healed from, and it can be different for everyone as far as if there's more, intense healing or reprogramming or whatever it is, it's going to be different. But that's the first message we have so far. We also have the High Priestess, harness mystic power. Yeah, it seems like, and as a collective, we're all going through this higher alignment of consciousness, right? And so a lot of us are really unlocking more of our spiritual gifts. So it seems like your ancestors are, encouraging you to lock more of those soul gifts that you possess, and even more of this mystic knowledge, right? And it's usually just like hidden knowledge. You're part of helping raise people to this higher consciousness, right? So you're a light worker. And so in order to really continue to step into this higher alignment, you have to always be making the space available. So what I'm actually getting for you guys is this is almost just something to be aware of, that you're always going to be evolving. Because of that, you're always going to be shedding skin. And so you have to be aware of when it's time to let go of old pieces so that you can make space for new. That's more what I'm hearing, is your ancestors just want you to have a more conscious awareness of when it's time to shed your skin and invite a new part of your alignment in. Wow. We have shaman, trust higher forces. Exactly. There's some higher level knowledge here, and some very ancient knowledge, it seems like, that needs to unfold. But exactly that, it needs to unfold piece by piece. And so that's why Spirit, I think, really again wants you to come into this consciousness awareness. Your ancestors really want you to gain this power and access as it is in your alignment within your life. They're never gonna rush you into something that you're not ready for, but it looks like you are gonna serve some really beautiful practices from your ancestor line that are just ready to be unlocked. But again, it's about having to be in a state of awareness, of always learning how to let go of old energy to accept new energy. And then we have Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. There you go. Like 3 really strong cards from your ancestors talking about this ancient knowledge and power, right? That needs to be unlocked, that's here to be unlocked. And again, I can't preface how important it is, where your ancestors are saying it's not something that needs to be rushed. It's something that is going to unfold exactly as it needs to. And that's why being in the state of awareness is going to be so crucial for you, so that you can really pinpoint when the next phase is coming. You'll be in that great state of awareness. Let's keep going. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah, and see, with it being in reverse, to me, because this image, upright, seems kind of confusing, but with it in reverse, to me, you have more of the clarity of who you are. You're starting to really, again with the High Priestess, unlock parts of who you are. So you're starting to accept these different parts and learning how to integrate them into your life. And so you're feeling less and less like two-faced, in the sense of feeling less confused, because that's just what this image always looks like. You know, you have the two faces, and then there's kind of like this face that's coming out, and this, my intuition always interprets this as kind of confusion or being two-faced or being like manipulated by somebody. So I'm kind of going with just that. But again, with it being in reverse, I feel like you're coming more into just accepting and knowing who you are. So your ego isn't really the one in control anymore. And that's why things are unfolding slowly, so that your ego doesn't all of a sudden like freak the F out and can't handle this, right? It's unlocking the space slowly and slowly. We also have the Ace of Wands. Look at that ancient knowledge though. And you know, this is like a cauldron, right? Like, so alchemy, right? Just the ability to really work with ancient knowledge. So that could be something that you're really into, witchcraft, you know, those type of working with alchemy, and working with nature in the sense of like setting intentions and spells, and that stuff could really call to you. So if you haven't already explored that, and that's something that is your intuition is really calling you to, then it's obviously something that has been part of your past life and part of your ancestors. So I would really allow that in, because clearly there's some ideas and some something is pulling you in. Something that, you know, maybe it almost looks like there's like a key over her, just in the way that I'm interpreting this card. So it might be something that is taboo, maybe in like your family, or your maybe the culture that you grew up in, or the religion, or something like that. But maybe, you know, what you're interested in is not accepted. And so your ancestors are saying, you have to be in your truth and your alignment, and you know, the family who's meant for you, because family isn't just about being blood, right? I think your ancestors are really just emphasizing here that they don't want you to go back into an old cycle of not going after what you want. So not growing, not moving through your ascension, right? They want to encourage you to continue to be on this state of growth and going after what you want, regardless of what people are gonna think, because you're starting to, again, not hide those parts of yourself. And then we have Strength. Yes, this is an interesting Strength card too, because I think there's a lot of like mental forces here, mindsets, that like programming that I think you've had to learn to unprogram, that was done by religion or culture, something that has just really told you that there's one specific way to think or do things. So with the Strength card, you know, you've unbound yourself, and you've found that inner strength of accepting what you believe in and what you're interested in. And so because you've done that, your spiritual team is saying you need to, or if that is something that you're in the process of doing, or you haven't done that yet, however it's resonating, but clearly this is an energy that is coming through. So Spirit is saying you need to find your inner strength, if you haven't already, of accepting who you are and accepting what you believe in, because your ancestors are pushing that this is part of your alignment, this is part of your joy, this is part of your ancestors' line of beautiful, amazing gifts that you possess, that are here to help people. Yeah. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Oh my gosh, this is a beautiful card. It's a little hard to see because of the shadow, but she's like kind of giving water to like this kind of ghostly figure. And see, this to me is about light work. This is about your soul mission. And so the work that you do, and when you're in your power, and basically when you're in your alignment of doing what you want for you, you're filling back your own cup, right? Your cup is being filled back up because you're finding joy in it, you're finding fulfillment, you're finding purpose. So then you can give your cup to others. But when you're stuck in this place of fear and being like, oh, I'm not sure, then you can't help others. You can't fill other people's cups. And that's what being a light worker is about, is helping other people feel seen, loved, understood, accepted, whatever it is, healed. It's different for everybody, but you're clearly meant to help others. So it's important important to find your inner strength. And, you know, with the Page of Cups in reverse, that's why I feel like for a lot of you, this has already happened or is currently happening with your energy. So your ancestors are saying, accept this part of your transition with the snake. Accept what is happening, because this is all happening in alignment, and the right people are going to flock to you. Okay, so just be in your strength. Let's see what else we have. We have a time to give rather than take. The Knight of Cups, right? It's kind of that energy of pouring that cup into someone, because if you have this full cup and you have this desire to help others, but you're not being able to fill other people's cups, you're gonna feel restless and maybe like, I don't know what to do next, stuck energy. So your ancestors are very much encouraging you to fill other people's cup up. And then of course, knowing when it's time to fill yours back up. But yours, I think, will be also filled up by helping others, because you find so much joy in it. If this analogy is making sense, but this is the vision that I'm seeing, especially with the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups here. It's that kind of, vision of emptying your cup into others to help fill their cup, and then they can go help other people, right? That's kind of the analogy here. So it's a time to give rather than take, because it's gonna enter you into this cycle that you need to be in for your alignment. Kind of this give and take, this balance, this push and pull, this yin and yang, kind of that energy. Prosperity lies ahead. Yeah, see, when you're helping others, right, you're in your light work. Abundance is part of it. It's part of that energy, because you're helping others. And I can't tell you how important and valuable it is. You don't need a large audience to help others. It can be simply just holding space for a friend or whatever it is, right? But by you holding that space or you doing that thing for somebody else, it creates that vibration for them, and then they can go help someone else, and so on and so forth. And that is how we're going to change as a society, right? That's what you're here to do. So no, prosperity lies ahead, because it's just within the heart chakra. There's a lot of green here. It's just within the love vibration that you operate out of. A fiery climax approaches. Yeah, there could be some things breaking down in your life, like what we talked about with the snake spirit, because I still feel like, I don't think there's a lot of things that still need to be healed necessarily. I just feel like there's things that maybe you need to let go of, because they're holding you back from just accepting who you truly are with the Ace of Wands, and kind of holds you back from not believing in what you want to believe in. And so I think it's more just about a climax approaches, that some things are going to fall down and burn down, right? But it's all going to be for the sake of opening up that space for this knowledge that's going to start coming through, so that you can do your light work. Balance spirituality and practicality. Yeah, I was just kind of talking about yin and yang balance, right? And so I think your ancestors are saying it's going to be important for you to I think you're going to be someone who wants to have this spiritual things, as some people would say, like woo-woo, right? Like you want to have some of these things within your life. But you know, what's beautiful about this is see the ancient knowledge that you possess from your ancestors, the gift of healing, the gift of alchemy, the gift of witchcraft, like whatever it is for you, and it's going to be such a journey, it's not a coincidence that you decided to incarnate during this point in time where now these gifts can be expressed in new forms, in new ways that didn't exist for your ancestors, if that makes sense. So maybe you show and heal your gift and help people in a different way that your ancestors couldn't even fathom back then, right? And so balancing kind of spirituality and practicality is, I think, such a huge thing for how the collective is going about their light work in this day and age, because it's so needed. We have all these amazing tools like a camera and being able to record this and get this to you that our ancestors didn't have. So yeah, I'm really getting that for you. And then we have don't let your past hold you back. Yes, see, again, like I think you had a very rigorous belief system that was forced upon you in some way, and it shut down these parts of who you are, right? So your ancestors are saying don't let these past experiences, again with your soul mission and your soul contract, there's certain things that you agreed to experience to unlock parts of who you are, or again, that's how you wanted to experience it. And so don't let it hold you back, and instead shed that old skin and say, okay, you know, it served me for what it did, and now I get to open up to something even more beautiful. All right, let's keep going. We have the dry desert. Yes, see, there's just kind of some old energy, and the dry desert, I think, is all about don't wander in this old energy, because you're not gonna, I think an important message that some of you need to hear from your ancestors: not everybody is going to accept you, you know, maybe within your family or within your close group. And so hiding yourself is not doing you any favors, and it's all comes down to how you feel. And so wandering around in this desert looking for acceptance is not maybe gonna happen for some of you. And that's kind of the awareness of knowing that you can't let your past hold you back, and you kind of just have to accept it with grace, in the sense of understanding where people are just at sometimes, right? We're really evolving as a consciousness, but you've been awakened you've been woke for a reason, right? And other people around you may not see or realize what is the truth yet. And so they may not accept it, and that's okay. You just have to understand that maybe they will and maybe they won't, and you just have to live in your truth and just set that example and be that example. But don't wander around this dry desert looking for this beautiful oasis, right? You want to move on from the past and move on from this old cycle and wander into the oasis where you are going to be accepted in your authentic energy. Your ancestors also want you to heal the ouch, right? Like heal these old wounds, heal these past things. And again, come at it from a very graceful point. Your ancestors want to make that clear that there's no reason for blame or for playing like a, you know, for being in like a victim mindset. It's from understanding just where people are at. You have a higher consciousness for a reason. So, you know, heal what you need to heal in spirit. This is a cute card. Spirit can be the little raccoon to come in and help guide that. Because there's more than just, you know, emotional healing that we need to go through. Sometimes it can be energetic as well. And so I think your ancestors are saying call upon them to help do some of this healing, because they will help heal some of this, okay? Great. We also have magic prayer. Yes, the importance of prayer, of intention, of just speaking with your ancestors. By you just simply speaking out loud, ancestors, please help me cut some of this old energy. Please help me clear out some of these things that no longer serve me. It can be as simple as them coming in and transmuting that energy for you. Okay, so speak with them, ask them, talk to them. Magical prayer, know that your words and your intentions are extremely powerful, so use them. And then spark, yes. You're gonna get all the sparks that you need for your light work, right? And the spark is these pieces of knowledge, these pieces of information that are gonna be so crucial for you on connecting with people, helping people, and for everybody it's going to be different. But the overall theme that I'm getting from your ancestors is this: do not hide yourself. You have gifts, you have knowledge, you have amazing things to share. So whatever you're being called or drawn to, don't worry about acceptance, and just understand to meet people where they're at. And your ancestors need you to embrace who you truly are. Okay, so this is your message so far. Let's get some self-care cards, and then we'll do some charms. So let's see some self-care that Spirit would love to see you focus on and your ancestors want you to focus more on, okay? We have abundance planning. Look at that. Knowing that prosperity comes to you, okay? So what is it? Again, remember the power of your intention and the power of your magic prayer. So what is it that you want to see come to your life? Ask your ancestors, make a vision board, right? Plan it. Put it out into the universe. It's not enough to just dream about it or think about it. We need to kind of take that extra action of actually putting the order into the universe, okay? Clean your space. Wow, that can be very important for energetic cleansing, okay? Smudge your space, get it cleared out, get the clutter cleaned out, because what that can do for you is it can set the energetic frequency of that new beginning, of a new transition, because you're clearing out the old, right? You're clearing out the old energy, and so that allows new things to come into your field. So smudge your space, deep clean it, get rid of old things like clutter, spend a day just really cleaning, and then smudge your energy field, get in the shower and just let it all like kind of come, right? Like come apart. And so it's like you can really even ask spirit, like, that is my intention, to have, I'm ready to accept this new phase, to accept this new transition. So help me heal what I need to heal now. Meditate with your ancestors, okay? Call them in. And you can do this again by simply setting the intention before you sit down and meditate. Ancestors, please come forward and tell me what I need to know, answer my question on this, I need guidance. Or there's tons of like guided meditations on YouTube that can help you as well. But your ancestors are calling you to meditate, to directly speak with them, okay? And then we have aromatherapy. Yep, spending some time with, essential oils and really using them purposefully. There's different ones and probably different combinations that you can use to kind of set these different intentions. So maybe do some research. You can buy some like blends and stuff usually at like, metaphysical stores. So maybe you could find one for ancestor work or cord cutting or healing. There's tons of different ones out there. So yeah, let's get some charms now, and then we'll get a question card to end this reading. So ancestors, what last messages do you have for group number 1? What last messages do you have for group number 1? Perfect. Okay, so we have a kitty. Cats always symbolize independence, right? Routine, independence. So there is this, and we've talked about this need for kind of accepting who you are regardless of what other people are thinking around you. You're coming into this place of acceptance, this place of independence. We also had the unicorn, to me symbolizing being unique, being different, being something that not everyone is going to believe in or accept, and that's okay. There's a reason why you're different. There's a reason why you stand out. So see it as something that is beautiful. Also have an angel here, okay? You have guardian angels, you have your ancestors that are here to support you, that are here to be with you always. This is beautiful. We have the seahorse. To me, this is all about those emotions, how we talked about those cups cards of pouring into other people's cups, okay? Making sure that your cup is also filled up. This is just a confirmation and a reminder of that message. We also have the heart here, the heart chakra. Been talking a lot about the heart chakra, and there is a lot of green here. So kind of symbolizing that your light work comes so directly from your heart chakra, and to make sure that you're cleansing your heart chakra frequently. And again, always being in a state of awareness of when it's time to fill up your own cup again. We have 2 butterflies. Transformation, okay? 2 butterflies. Transformation there's a transformation that is ready to be accepted, okay? I think that's really what the main message is here, is that there's a transformation that's ready to be accepted. Now it's up to you, but part of that acceptance is realizing that you're also accepting these parts of yourself. No hiding, no pleasing about what other people think you should do or act. It's about accepting this new phase and completely accepting you for who you truly are, okay? Okay, so to end off, let's get a journal prompt, a question from your ancestors, something that they want you to ponder on. So again, you can answer this question however you feel called. Journal, video, written, audio, or you can just think about it. So ancestors, here we go. Ooh. Okay. What if I didn't worry? What if I didn't worry? Which definitely fits into, accepting this transition, but I'm gonna let you guys obviously answer that question. So this is your reading from what your ancestors really want you to know. So this is very beautiful, group one. It looks like you have a beautiful transition coming your way, and it is simple as accepting this new state and healing this old energy. And I can't wait to hear from you down below what your thoughts are in this and what you're really looking forward to, what you're wondering. But this is your message. So sending you so much love and light your way, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Hey group 2, welcome to your reading. I hope you're doing so well today. Oregon opal is so beautiful. I love this stone. So we're gonna get some messages from your ancestors. We got quite a long or big deck here, so this might be a little bit of a long reading. So I left it pretty open, just allowing them to come forward and let you know what you need to be present to right now. And then we'll do some charms as well as pulling a journal prompt. So let's jump straight into it and see what your ancestors want you to know at this moment. We have the Medicine Guardian being open to healing information. Okay. We have the Mirror Garden. I keep saying garden. Well, I guess they can be gardens. Guardian, taking time to reflect. Okay, so looking like there's some time, there needs to be, your ancestors are wanting you to spend some time going within. I feel like there's healing information in the sense that I think there's an awareness of maybe something that is blocking. Something that your ancestors want to come forward is what I'm getting. So there's kind of time to reflect and kind of just sit and bring awareness to what that could be. We also have the Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. Yeah, you could be having kind of an intuition about maybe what this thing is, but I do think there's something in your life that your ancestors are really, again, wanting to kind of move out of your own way. So I'm very curious. Oracle, wait for important information. Okay, so if you already haven't gotten the intuition download on what this could be, that's why I think your ancestors want you to spend some time again, kind of sitting with yourself in a state of awareness and stillness so that your intuition can let you know what is currently not within your alignment, honoring kind of your intuition, waiting for important information. Okay, let's keep going. We have the Six of Wands, celebration. Yeah, there's definitely things to be celebrated, and I think that's why it's almost like it could actually even almost be, maybe it's not so much that something needs to be healed as much it is something that kind of needs to be brought to just the awareness. The healing aspect could just be kind of, it could be healing in the aspect of it's something that brings joy to you. That's kind of what I'm getting, honestly, because the Six of Wands is celebration energy. So there could be something that you actually need to celebrate. It's not actually something maybe that you need to heal from, but something that's going to heal you by bringing awareness to it. Does that make sense? Because take time to reflect on maybe some things that you have accomplished that you haven't given yourself enough credit for, or given yourself the time to actually see on what you learned from that or what good is coming from that. That's interesting. We have the World, exactly. The last card in the Major Arcana. So yeah, something of a higher knowledge. So I truly think that's what it is you're not celebrating some of your successes. And as you're going through your ascension and as we're growing, it can be hard to understand what has truly happened, but your ancestors want you to take more time to reflect on what has changed. So it can also give you more clarity into where you're going, but also what you've accomplished, so you remember what you're capable of. We have the Five of Wands in reverse, which is like conflict. So yeah, not conflict. Because I was first thinking it was something else that needed to be healed, but that's not what it is. So there is just kind of a state of peace it seems like, with your energy and just kind of a state of flow. And so that's why your ancestors want you to be more in awareness, so that you are flowing with your successes, with your life, with your experiences. You have to be flowing with every aspect of it. And it's okay to celebrate it. We have the Fool. Yeah. See, like, you're in this like adventurous mind state, and so you're experiencing, it seems like, a lot of new things. And so I think that's why you're not understanding what you're actually learning, or what you've accomplished, or what something just super big that, you know, your spiritual team and your ancestors really want you to bring awareness to. I am so curious. Let's keep going. Okay, we have a new romantic cycle begins. Look at that. So a new romantic cycle is beginning for you guys. And that's probably because of the energy that you're in. So again, that's why it's important to be in a state of awareness, so that you're seeing the beautiful things that are changing in your romantic life, and you're experiencing them in a new, deep way. Communication is key. Communicating it. See, okay, so this is where I want to kind of talk about the importance of actually acknowledging what you've accomplished and communicating that to other people that you love, being like, you know, I'm really proud of myself for this, and not feeling like it's like two-facedy or showing off or something like that. Like, that's the energy that I'm getting, is you need to take time to reflect and acknowledge and say, this was amazing, and it's okay to get recognized for that, if that makes sense. So like, being communicative on what's going on and what you're proud of and what you're excited about is something that your loved one is going to want to hear, that your loved ones are going to want to hear. So I feel like, just for some of you, you're very humble, which I can very much relate to. I understand, but it's very important to acknowledge what you're accomplishing, because it also helps it continue to ignite you, because you're aware. Your awareness. Sure, why not? We also have a personal issue reaches resolution. Yeah, see, like, something I think has already ended. So this new cycle is kind of beginning, and this seems to be the trajectory of the collective in general. We're all just entering this more insightful, intuitive, peaceful kind of energy. And so you're definitely part of that collective. So like, things are ending, and that's why I think it's important, again, to be in this state of awareness, to see what's ending, to look at the beautiful things. And so maybe some information is going to heal you, right? Realizing that you accomplished this, you learn this, is going to be very healing for you. And then conclusions are within reach. Conclusions, yeah, things are closing. It seems like still within your transition. So just know that whatever, maybe some loose ends you still feel, know those are coming to an end. Okay, those are coming to a close. And I think that's why your ancestors want you to be in the state of awareness. So you're very aware of what's happening, so you know what space is opening up where. This is great. Very, very encouraging. I just feel very like warm and kind of fuzzy and like comfy. I know that sounds like kind of silly, but I can just tell that your ancestors are just very, very warm, like a feminine kind of energy. Okay, so we have rescue. Yeah, so I think this is all about, like, this is kind of coming to that next transition of peace, right? Looking at the image, you know, the rescue, that doesn't really resonate with me as much as the image does, because that's a transition you're coming to, is again the state of peace, the state of awareness. And this is kind of just what this looks like to me. You're coming out, it's kind of hard to see, but there's, you know, a woman standing in the doorway, and so that's kind of what I'm like envisioning, is you're kind of walking through the tunnel right now, and you kind of look behind you. And that's the thing, is you look behind you briefly and you're like, yeah, I know all the shit that's burning down, and I'm anticipating some of the things I'm dropping out of my backpack. But That's why ancestors want you to actually look back and like take a moment to stop walking through the tunnel. This is what I'm seeing. Stop walking through the tunnel and turn around and look at where you just came from, and really realize how far you've walked, for one, right? How far you've come. And then two, what's actually behind you, how it made you feel, and realizing you don't have to feel those things anymore, or you don't have to experience those things. So it's like a rescue of yourself, but that's the image that I have and kind of the vision I have with that. And then it's like you now can kind of turn around and now look forward at what you're starting to see that's out of this cave, and know what you're walking towards is something that's more beautiful than you can imagine. That was cool. Then we also have come together. We have a new romantic cycle begins. So whether you're single in a relationship, just take it as it resonates, but a deeper level of commitment. And that's because space has been made available. And so coming together in this new kind of supportive relationship, balancing, again, very peaceful next. The next transition is just very peaceful, very balancing. And so that's what I'm getting with that come together card, which is really beautiful and exciting. And then we have storm fields. Yeah, I mean, I think this is interesting because this is, I think, what you're walking away from. Ooh, I like that. I was kind of filling in those visions, right? So this could be like what you see on the other side of the cave, right? When you turn around and you look and you're like, oh my God, that's the shit I walked away from. Maybe you don't realize some of the things that you've healed from were literally so toxic or so bad or not within your alignment or whatever, but you're just gonna have a lot of huge realizations with this Medicine Guardian card, the first card, you know, that came out. You're gonna have, I think, a lot of healing kind of realizations by being like, wow, I didn't realize. And then you're gonna be more open to seeing the beautiful things that are on this other side for you. I love this. And then we have peaks of joy. Look at that. Yeah, you are entering just this state of joy and bliss and beauty. And so I mean, I sound like broken record at this point, but it's just because that's like what I keep hearing is your ancestors are like, please just understand that you've made the space for all this. And this is part of the transition. And that's why it's so important to be in that state of awareness so that you're truly enjoying what is coming to you, these peaks of immense, amazing joy. Don't think, I mean, shit, this is too good to be true, something bad is gonna happen. No, relish it in it and be like, life is beautiful. I'm so grateful to be experiencing this great love, this great whatever it is for you. Amazing. Okay, you had quite a few self-care cards. So let's see some self-care that your ancestors really want you to focus on. We have health checkup, okay? So that could be with the Medicine Guardian. You know, there could be some indication just to get your health checked up. Just making sure that you've done your, you know, exams and just making sure, I think, everything is in order, right? Taking care of where you know maybe your health needs some extra TLC. I think that's just what your ancestors are saying. It's just put your health in your awareness and take care of what needs to be taken care of. And then we have beauty rituals, spending some time to make yourself feel beautiful at your best, right? This is part of that new transition. So maybe doing something different with your hair, or getting a new perfume or cologne, or, you know, just something to kind of change the energy and allow this kind of new transition to really take place physically in the 3D. We also have read. Spend some time reading, spend some time relaxing. Your ancestors and spiritual team might also send you some messages through reading, right? There might be things that you read that really resonate with you and really hit you because those are things that you are meant to hear at that moment. So that could be also something. Nourish your temple. Yes. So, you know, again, I think this kind of comes into really taking care of your body and being aware and in tune with what your body is needing. So if there's, you know, things with maybe moving your body or eating things that nourish your body or vitamins, things that you haven't really been, you know, keeping up on, your ancestors are encouraging you to get back on that. And the importance of that, obviously, is to keep our human vessels as healthy as possible. And then we have dream journal, making sure you're recording your dreams. Yeah, it seems like your ancestors and your spiritual team likes to speak to you like through words. So maybe things you read, or it's things that you dream about. And so they send you lots of messages through different ways. So the more that you're in that state of awareness, the more you'll see those messages as well. So, but dream journaling can be very helpful, even if it doesn't seem like the dream is that significant. I've noticed just writing it down, or still just, I actually like audio, kind of talk about what was in my dream. Sometimes going back and listening, it may resonate and being like, oh, I didn't even realize. So that seems like it's very important for you guys. This is beautiful. Okay, let's now cast some charms from your ancestors and just kind of, what messages would you like right now? What would you like group 2 to know? Perfect. Okay, so we have a heart for love, right? The heart chakra, but we also have love, a charm that says love, which, you know, is really confirming this come together, new romantic cycle is beginning for you. So lots of love, lots of joy. We have the butterfly, of course, for transformation. You're entering a transformative cycle, right? That's what we've really been talking about this whole time. So confirming that for you. We also have an elephant. To me, this is all about being unstoppable, but being graceful, right? You're entering this new stage of this new transition, but you're entering it in such a graceful and such a, again, peaceful, just like this peaceful, joyous, balanced energy about it. So that's what I'm getting with the elephant. We also have another butterfly, transformation, right? Obviously a huge transformation is coming through for you guys. We have the 4-leaf clover. Good luck is coming your way. Things are coming into balance. Karma, you know, you've completed a lot of karmatic cycles, that type of stuff. So a lot of things are going to start unfolding for you. Peaks of joy, right? We also have the key. You're unlocking more parts of who you are, right? It definitely seems like, as we talked about, you know, there's some things you need to celebrate and some things you need to acknowledge. And so that might, you know, unlock mindsets or different things for you is what I'm getting. So there's just things to discover, things to unlock with your ancestors. We also have an angel here. So guardian angel, right? Obviously your spiritual team and ancestors, very present and very loving towards you. And then we have the seahorse, which is all about flow. You're such in a state of flow and going with kind of just the flow and ebbs of this new transition. So that's that confirmation. And then the last one we have is bike, you know, which could be indicating the movement. You know, it's important, I think, to get some of these habits in with your physical body so that you could make sure that you're in your highest alignment with your body and your energy is flowing nice and steadily. So I think that's what the bike is indicating. So lastly, let's get a journal prompt from your ancestors. And again, you can answer this however you feel called. You can answer it just thinking about it. You can answer it in journal form, written, audio, whatever you feel called to do. But let's get a question from Spirit and from your ancestors. What does group 2? Oh, there we go. All right, and your question is, what am I committed to? What am I committed to? So, group 2, this is your reading. I really hope you enjoyed it. It looks like your ancestors really wanted to come in and share just a lot of empowering messages. I feel, again, very just comforted. Like, I feel like I can't stop smiling. So, your ancestors and spiritual team love you very much, and they're here to support you. So, it looks like a lot of beautiful things are coming your way. Leave me a like and comment down below. And I am sending you guys so much love and light on your journey, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hey Pile 3, welcome to your reading. I hope you guys are doing so well today. Super excited to do this reading for you. So this is going to be messages from your ancestors, and again, I kept this pretty open, so whatever they want to come through and tell you at this moment is going to be what we have. So we're gonna do that, and then I'll also cast some charms for last messages, and then we have a journal prompt. So let's jump straight into it and see what your ancestors want you to know. We have the shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. Ooh, it's time for a transformation. We have water guardian, connect with your emotions. Okay. Yeah, so already, we're getting it's time for a transformation. And I think this comes to a place of accepting who you truly are. And this really has been the theme so far for a lot of the other groups. So, this is something that I think is collectively, something that we're all going through and that our ancestors are really pushing us through. So connecting with your emotions, but let's keep going, of course. Great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. Yeah. And then stag, trust and survive. Yeah, see, lots of spiritual knowledge. So, more than ever, we're coming into accepting who we are as a soul. And that comes through our spiritual knowledge and experience as well as our spiritual gifts. So you have these gifts and this knowledge that is ready to be shared. There's a reason that you've awoken during this time, right? And there's a reason that you're watching this video, because you're here to help raise the consciousness of the collective. And so your ancestors really want to get you to this transformation of acceptance, right? Of accepting who you truly are, to unveil your gifts. And it seems like connecting with what makes you feel the happiest, connecting back to your emotions, is gonna help you, I think, see the clarity on what is in your alignment. So, but learn from spiritual experiences. I think the experiences that you're going through and the transformation and the way that you are coming up almost with like your spiritual awakening, I think is gonna be such a great lesson for others, and you're going to be able to share in that knowledge of this is what I experienced, this is what I learned. So you're going to be able to help others with sharing your experiences. So trust spirit, trust your ancestors, trust what's happening for you, and you're going to thrive. Okay. All right. We also have the Empress, exactly, thriving, okay? When you're in your authentic power and you're in your acceptance of accepting who you truly are, you become empowered. You reach this state of true empowerment and realizing I'm capable of doing anything I want. So that's what your ancestors really want you to do at this moment, is to reach this place of acceptance so that you can hit your transformation. We have the 10 of Wands in reverse. I think there's some balance that needs to be done within yourself, if that makes sense. This image is very interesting. You can kind of see she's like dancing kind of with this skeleton behind her, but there's a face coming out of the mirror. It's kind of interesting. But to me, this is about accepting all the parts of yourself, because with the shapeshifter card, there's also 3 parts coming out of this man. So it's very similar imagery here. And I think it's because part of reaching a place of acceptance is accepting the different parts of you, accepting your shadow, accepting your ego. Okay, so I think there's some almost like integration that needs to take place. Your ancestors want you to reach a state of integrating these different parts of yourself into, I can't figure out the right word, but so you can basically integrate all of these parts to become whole. That's kind of what I was looking for. Your soul is still the main driver, but these parts of yourself, your personality and your ego and these different things are still part of the human psyche. So it's still part of the human experience. It's not who you truly are, but it makes you whole in this experience. Okay, and so it's about accepting those parts. I think that's where your ancestors and your spiritual team is really trying to get you to. And then we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, some mindsets. There's some mindsets that need to be built around acceptance. And when it comes to, accepting your ego and accepting your shadow and maybe these different parts of yourself, it's realizing that their main role is to protect you. They're just here to protect you, and they don't know any different because they don't have a consciousness, right? It's kind of a wild concept to really think about, but your soul is the one who has the consciousness. So your soul is the one who is kind of the director of all this. But the ego is never going to go away. It's part of the human construct. And in fact, it's good for us in ways, right? And so it's about kind of reframing the mindset of you don't have to hate these parts of yourselves, and they're not, you know, they're not invalidated for the way that they exist or the way that they approach the world. That is exactly how it was programmed to behave, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's what I'm getting with the Knight of Swords. And then we have the Devil. Exactly. So the Devil, for me, my interpretation, the Devil is the mind, is the ego, because the Devil, you know, as far as like the ego goes, again, the ego doesn't have bad intentions. It's just trying to help you survive in the way that it knows best based on what it's observed throughout your life. But the ego, again, only knows that way. It doesn't know a different way because it can't perceive out anything outside of itself. And so the devil, the ego, will try to come up to you and try to tell you, no, you should do this, you should accept this, what would people think if you did this, whatever it is, the ego is always going to act out of fear. But that's when you have the higher awareness to be like, okay. And I think this is kind of where the integration comes in, is you kind of have that awareness and bring the ego forward by saying, I see you, I understand, I'm recognizing you, okay? Because the ego will just speak louder if you just try to push it away. So you kind of acknowledge, like, I understand, but I know it's in my alignment and I know what I want, and I want something greater. I want something different. I want something better. And then you're kind of integrating these parts of yourself into each other. It's very interesting, and it's an ongoing process. It's not that you have to have that completed before you're hitting other parts of your transformation, but it's almost starting this awareness of where your ancestors are just pushing you to. Hold your vision. Yes, exactly. Continue to keep going after what you're going after. I can't talk in this video. Keep going after what you want, right? Again, I think that message that I just shared is relevant in the sense that you don't need to have that part figured out before anything else falls into place. It's just about starting to bring the awareness to accepting every part of yourself so that you can reach these higher levels of ascension and consciousness. Expect powerful change. Expect powerful change. When you integrate those parts of your human psyche and you have this harmony and balance within yourself, of course, powerful change it's inevitable, right? And so transformation, expect powerful transformation. That's the first thing we really talked about, is there's a lot of transformation energy here. Emotions are running high. Connect with your emotions. I think your emotions are really trying to speak to you loud and clear what you want, okay? What you are wanting for your life, what you are wanting to really kind of fall into. And so, again, connect with your emotions. That's what your ancestors are really encouraging you to do right now, is to connect with your emotions, to understand what it is that you want and where you're going. Get clarity. And then nothing will come of this situation, okay? So if you're kind of void of course moon, interesting too. Like, to me, I think your ancestors are saying, if you're stuck in kind of old mindsets, right, with this Knight of Swords, you're kind of you're reprogramming some mindsets. You're stuck in some of these old mindsets. Know that nothing else is going to come out of these old mindsets or these old situations or these kind of old scenarios that are not going to be part of this new transformation. So you need to know when it's time to let go of things, and again, when to integrate and when to harmonize. And just listening to your intuition, it seems like really connecting to your emotions is going to be your guide. Okay, that's what your ancestors are saying, that your inner intelligence system, right, your emotions are very on point. You just need to give them the space and listen. Okay. let's see what else we have. We have commitment. Yes, making this commitment to yourself, right? You're making a deeper commitment by, again, accepting these parts. This is all about deep internal work. Accepting these parts of yourself and integrating them into your life. You're making that commitment to no one but yourself. It doesn't benefit anyone directly but yourself, okay? When you get in your highest alignment and you make that commitment to yourself and you're doing what you want for you, it will benefit people. But if you're not doing anything and you're not making that, by you making the commitment, in other words, it's not to anyone else but you. This is more what I'm trying to get across. So make that commitment to yourself on, I'm going to accept these parts myself. I'm going to listen to what I want. Love it. We also have home, internal home, right? Spending some time with self, really getting to know what it is that you want, what it is that you desire, so that you can move forward. That's really what the main message from your ancestors is here. That internal home. I love this. And then we also have stuck in the mud. Yeah, see, there's some stuck energy, you know, with what we talked about with the nothing will come of the situation card. There's clearly some stuck energy that, again, just needs to be accepted. That is no longer part of your alignment. And so it could be whatever needs to be let go of. That could be what's hindering you from maybe accepting these parts of yourself. Maybe someone told you, you know, I don't know, you shouldn't accept those parts of yourself or whatever it is, but something has held you back. And so it's time to bring awareness. This is kind of your message and your catalyst to bring awareness to, you don't need to be stuck anymore. You can fully accept who you truly are in every form because it was that way for a reason. You have messages to share through your experience. And then we have education. Yes. See, knowledge, right? Like, there's knowledge that you're going to have to share. So maybe there's, you know, a certain like spiritual knowledge or like a skill that is going to help you with your light work, something that you're really called to that you can educate yourself more on. So your ancestors are saying just pursue greater like study, really is what it is, greater study and understanding of your own gifts and your own interests because you're teaching from experience. Yeah. Okay, now let's get some self-care that your ancestors want you to focus on. We have flow like water, go with the flow. Yeah, when you're in your emotions and you're kind of flowing with what you need and whatever emotion you're experiencing, it puts you in this deep skill of awareness. And so your ancestors really want you to always be in that state of listening and connecting to your emotions and flowing with whatever the emotion is, no matter what it is. And, you know, I actually am getting, maybe that's part of what someone told you, that some of your emotions are not acceptable, like you're not allowed to feel angry or sad or something like that. And you know, your ancestors are encouraging you that every emotion is beautiful and experience and flow with every single one with no shame. Deep breathing, spending some time connecting to your breath, connecting to that kind of state of peace. That can also put you in that state of awareness if you're wanting to connect to your emotions and really deeply understand what you're feeling. Taking a moment to breathe will allow you to calm down, right? Will allow everything to calm down so that you can have that awareness of what is truly present for you, okay? Connect with your womb, okay? Connecting with, and you know, even if you don't have a womb like in your physical body, this can still be kind of like a spiritual womb in the sense of what it is that you want to birth. Again, what is it that you want for your life? Connecting with your desires, connecting with the seeds that you want to plant. It can also be interpreted in that way. So take it however it resonates, but connecting with kind of these deeper desires and planting those, right? So that you could birth something beautiful. And then we have sing. Changing your energy, right? Singing, kind of moving. That's definitely flowing with the energy. If you're singing, you're dancing, or you're moving with music, right? That is going to help keep you in this state of awareness and flow. Ooh, I love this. Okay, lastly, let's cast some charms from your ancestors for last messages. So some charms, please, from Group 3's ancestors. Messages from them for them, please. Okay, look at this. So we also do have a moon here, which, you know, if you do have like a womb on your physical body, obviously connecting with the moon can be very healing and very important when you're dealing with a womb. So that, take that as it resonates for the few of you. We have a butterfly. We actually have 2 butterflies, which has come out for every group so far, because every group is about transformation. So again, transformation is occurring, transformation is happening. So the more that you're in this place of accepting who you are, the more you're transforming. Okay, so double butterflies. Okay, we also have a 4-leaf clover symbolizing good luck, changing of events, right? Changing in the energy. And so when you're in a state of flow and awareness, you know when you have open space. And so you can see these beautiful things starting to come to you because you have that open space available. We also have a feather. To me, this is kind of just looking like the shapeshifter card, or even like an angel, like with this water guardian card. So I think to me, this is just confirming of the presence of your spiritual team, your angels, your ancestors, because these 2 cards really speak to me for you guys. These are the cards that I keep looking at. And so to me, that's just that confirmation there. They just want you to know how present they are for you. And then we also have a key, unlocking these parts of yourself, okay? As you unlock these different parts of yourself, you can accept, and then you unlock a different piece, accept, unlock a different piece, integrate, and accept. So yeah, that's what I'm getting with the key. And then lastly, we have what looks like a feminine, you know, figure here. And so to me, this is symbolizing, especially with this water guardian card, I think this is kind of, this image keeps speaking to me. So I think one of your ancestors or one of your guides is a very strong feminine presence. And again, it doesn't have, it's just kind of the feminine energy of emotion, intuition, kind of like Queen of Cups energy. And so that's just kind of what I'm getting with this feminine charm is I think you have a very strong guide, ancestor who's a feminine presence that can help you with your emotions. So if you don't already know this, this is very interesting because I feel like with the feather too, like I said, this is very present. So I think this guide wants to be known by you. So they've come through in this reading and I've never actually really experienced this before. So this is really beautiful and amazing. So definitely call upon this guide. If you want more clarity or if you'd like to meet them, there's tons of like guided meditations, but I find that really interesting because they want to be known. So I think they want you to kind of seek them out or speak to them because they might help you with your emotions. So that is beautiful. Maybe we'll ask them to come forward then and give you the question. If they want. So yeah, I'm gonna set that intention because I find that very interesting. So the guy that is wanting to be seen by group number 3, can you come forward with a question for them, please? The question that can open the dialogue between you two. Okay, you ready? What am I ready for? Oh, well. What am I ready for? All right, group 3, sorry that ended abruptly. My camera battery died right when I finished saying that. So yeah, clearly I think this spirit guide is just asking you, you have to be in a state of being ready to accept them, right? And so yeah, just ponder with this question because this is clearly directly from them. So wow, this is beautiful, group 3. This was a new experience for me to kind of see a guide be that strongly present was amazing, you know, and I can feel those kind of specific traits of like the feminine emotion, Yeah, just kind of giving me that like Queen of Cups vibe, you know. So anyways, this is beautiful. So let me know for sure what you guys think of this down below. Leave me a like and a comment as well. And I am sending you guys so much love and light your way, and I will see you in the next video. Hey group 4, welcome to your reading. This stone is so beautiful. It is seriously so light. I wish I could kind of describe it, but it just doesn't even feel like you're holding that large of like a stone or a rock. It's so light. So it's beautiful energy. So let's jump straight into seeing the messages from your ancestors. So I left it pretty open. So this is just going to be whatever they want you to know at this moment. So we'll look at all these cards, and then I'll pull some charms, and then we'll pull a question from them. Okay, so let's jump straight into it. Let's see what they want you to know. We have Druid, hold the space. Okay. Stargazer, set your sights higher. Okay, what I'm already getting is your ancestors want you to hold more space for yourself, because it seems like, I think you're a very giving person. You give a lot to others. You have a nurturing energy. And so you don't hold enough space for yourself, and your ancestors want you to hold more space so you can set your sights higher. It can be hard to really imagine more for your life if you're taking care of so many others, or if you're taking care of just a lot in general. It can be hard to have your own space available, but your ancestors really want you encouraged to make that space available for yourself, because you're clearly craving something deeper, right? Your intuition is guiding you to something deeper. We have Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. Yeah, see, it's not a coincidence that you're here. It's not a coincidence that you're awoken during this time. You're here to help raise the consciousness of the collective. So the talents that you possess were meant to help expose your message, right? And help spread your word and the messages that you have to share. So trust that whatever those talents are, even if they don't seem like they would be an avenue or like a medium for your message, they will be. So just trust that. And then we have Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. Oh yes. Yeah, see, I think you obviously have the capability to turn this talent into something that brings you abundance. It's part of your light work. So whatever talent you have that maybe you don't think can bring in money, it's as simple as just following and creating what you want to create, because the right people who are directed to your energy and directed to your message will flock and will come, because they're at that same vibrational frequency. So they'll be searching for it. So yeah, and in order to get this started, it seems like this space has to be made available for you first. So think about setting your sights higher and doing something for you, because clearly your ancestors are trying to encourage you that you can accomplish some amazing things. Wow. Okay, let's keep going. We have the King of Wands in reverse. Yeah, see, I think there's this confidence where it's like, I think you know you have a good, like an amazing, good, great, beautiful talent, but maybe you don't have the confidence in it of, you don't think maybe it's valuable, or you don't think it could make you money, or maybe you've just never thought twice about it in general, and that's why this is in reverse. But ancestors are saying no. Again, like, you are awakened during this time with that specific talent for a reason. That's the way that you communicate your light codes, right? Your light messages. And so that's what King Wands is saying. And then we have the Two of Pentacles, exchanging energy, creating abundance. So this abundance, right? Balancing kind of something that is harmonious, where you give your energy, right? You exchange energy, and somebody gives you abundance for that. It's that balance. I love this. And then we have the Justice card. And see, exactly, everything is kind of reaching alignment. Everything is reaching that harmonious balance. And so, but in order for it to do that, you first have to accept yourself, right? You have to hold the space for yourself. This is interesting because this is almost like your ancestors saying, when you make this choice to hold the space for yourself and actually dream and plan out what you want to do, justice will be served. We have the Nine of Swords. Yeah. See, I can, the energy to me currently feels like you give so much to others, but you end up feeling empty, or you end up feeling unfulfilled, and you want something greater, and maybe you felt guilty for wanting something greater and feeling that, or maybe you felt like, how am I gonna want something bigger for my life? I don't have the space, right? How am I gonna do that? But that is gonna be the important part of knowing the boundaries that you may need to put up to protect yourself so that you can give some of that space back to yourself, okay? Because it's really important, obviously. And then we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, see, this is about like a decision, right? There's like a decision that needs to be made. And that's a decision where it's like, obviously you're feeling like there's something better. You're looking outside of your current situation for something better. So if that's the case, you know, it's time to kind of honor that knowing and that intuition, curiosity, and give yourself the space to explore it. It's not that you have to make radical decisions or do all these intense things. Just do whatever you're feeling called to do. But clearly there's something you have to give that is going to create abundance for you. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. Exactly. Yeah, see, the Seven of Pentacles, abundance, success, beautiful things will come your way, but you have to accept it. Okay, you have to accept that this could be your truth, is your truth, but it could be because you have free will. You can accept if you want this, right? But I think your ancestors are really pushing you. This could be like a talent that your ancestors also possessed, and that's why like the druid is here, right? To hold the space so that you can actually realize that this is an ancient gift and talent that you possess. Be bold and make the first move. Be bold, right? Be bold and be like, no, this is unknown, this is different, this is scary, but I can do this. Be bold. The universe favors the bold and the fearless, favors the full mindset of walking into the unknown. Your ancestors are really pushing you to do that for sure. And then we also have your commitment is being tested, okay? It's more so like, you know, your ancestors are saying, we are here to help make you successful. You're gonna be successful, but we're testing your commitments and making you understand that what you're saying is enough. There's greater things out there. It doesn't have to be enough. It should be extraordinary. And so that's what they're saying with that card. And then we have, you are good enough. Yes, you are good enough to do something amazing, okay? You are good enough to accomplish great things. So reach this place of holding that space and acceptance and realizing that you deserve to have time for yourself. It's not your job to give away your energy to everybody. That is not your light work, because you shouldn't have to be depleting yourself. Your light work should be a beautiful balancing act of you doing something that brings you joy and then helps others in the process, okay? Believe in the impossible. Ooh, your ancestors are coming through so strong to just give you encouragement, to just let you know there's some beautiful things that are around the corner if you accept it. Believe in the impossible. Don't worry about how this is going to happen. That's not your job. That's Spirit's job. All you have to do is set your sets higher and say, Spirit, this is what I want. Make a vision board. I want to have, you know, this, and this, or whatever. You know, I want to create a little business where I make jewelry and, you know, create whatever, just being specific and thinking about what would really bring you joy, believing that anything is possible. You're putting in your order to the universe, they'll fulfill it. especially because obviously your ancestors are pushing you to do it. So yeah. Let's see what else they want to say. Unexpected visitors. And to me, this is like their energy, right? I think is very present. And, you know, maybe I think you felt this push for something greater, right? We've kind of already talked about that. And that's your ancestors coming through to push you to kind of, again, hold this space for yourself. So these unexpected kind of visitors or these unexpected intuition hits that you've been getting are pushes from your ancestors, okay? For sure. We have ghost lands. Yeah, see, this is all about the energy that you give to other people is just so much because it never comes back. You just give and give and give and give and give, and it never seems to come back to you. And it's because you're not within, again, giving what you actually enjoy giving. You just feel like you have to give all of your energy, obviously because you're someone who's just very caring and you want to help people, but you have to understand that, yeah, you're giving so much of your energy that you have nothing left for yourself. And then you just feel like a ghost land, if you want to put it that way, right? But that's what your ancestor, that's the image that they're trying to paint here, is left over, there's nothing for you. And you should have the first pick of it. You like pay yourself first, right? You give to yourself before you help others. Details, details, details. Yes, manifesting, okay? Create a vision board of what you want, okay? The talent you have, what do you want it to look like? How do you want to get paid for it? You know, think about what it is that you want. Be very detailed. Clearly your ancestors are saying being detailed will allow us to bring forth to you what you're seeking. This higher alignment so that you can actually do what you want to do. This is beautiful, group 4. Oh my gosh. Wow. Spirit of place. Letting spirit guide you, like being these little leaves guiding you, right? And when you go within and you hold this space for yourself, you're being guided. You're being guided by your ancestors. You're being guided by your spiritual team. You're being guided by your higher self, by your intuition, okay? You're being guided. So listen to spirit and listen to that higher wanting and desire and know that you deserve it and you're enough to have it, okay? Let's get some self-care now you need to focus on. We have write a gratitude list. Yes, I can definitely say that, you know, when you're in this kind of state of transition, writing the things that you truly are grateful for keeps you in this state of hopefulness, keeps you in this state of knowing that there's going to be something beautiful out there, okay? So that's going to be something important for you guys. We also have connecting with crystals. Crystals are very healing, and there's tons of different intentions for crystals. I would look up what this meaning is. So hold on, actually, one second. So I actually have the little paper that I got at the metaphysical store. So I'm just gonna read this because it might help you specifically. You might want to find the stone, and if that doesn't resonate, that's fine, but I just feel called to read this. This stone calms, cleanses, and re-energizes all the chakras. It draws out guilt, heals heartache, and increases the capacity to love, improves communication and opens psychic vision, encourages self-awareness, inner balance, and imparts confidence and sensitivity. So yeah, based on what we've been talking about, that actually really comes in, draws out guilt. For some of you who, again, may be really dealing with, oh, and by the way, this is called, I think it's chrysolia. I don't know. I can't really always get it right, so you can look it up. But for those of you who may feel guilty about giving time to yourself, working and connecting with crystals can kind of help just encouraging that. Any black stone can help repel negative energies, so that can help when you're having difficult conversations. Having one in your pocket or holding on to one can kind of help pull out those, you know, negative energies. So just figuring out and doing your own research on maybe what crystals are really calling to you personally. But yeah, clearly that was definitely in sync for somebody. And then we have clear your energy field. Yes, so keeping your guys' energy filled, clear, and protected is going to be important on kind of coming back to feeling safe, to giving space back to yourself. So again, like I was saying, black stones are very helpful for protection. But like smudging with sage or Palo Santo or incense, or even just setting the intention, can be very helpful for cleansing your energy field. But you guys are probably, obviously, most likely an empath, so you take on people's emotions in some way. And because you give to people so intensely, it's important to clear out other people's emotions and energies that you pick up. Okay, so your ancestors want you to make these like a daily practice of cleansing your energy field, okay? And then we have dance. So moving your body, moving your energy just can kind of help. In general, kind of movement helps move that energy through your body. So that can be helpful, especially if you are an empath and you're constantly taking on other people's energies. When you dance and you're kind of drinking a lot of water, it can help move the energy through your body, especially when you're cleansing, again, moving it through your body. So movement seems like it's very important for helping move that energy. Wow. So overall, those are all the cards for messages from your ancestors, which is absolutely beautiful. So it looks like you guys have an acceptance decision to make. And I know it can be really difficult and scary to make those decisions, but believe in the impossible. Believe, for sure. All right. So last messages for group number 4. What charms will be helpful for them at this moment? Please, ancestors. Thank you. Okay. I see we have swans here in the form of love. So, you know, I think your heart chakra in general, I think, is going to open up more and more. The more that you kind of love and pour back into yourself, the more that you can have a deeper love. And that this stone also talked about that, right? Kind of helping open up a deeper capacity for love. And since you're really meant to, I think, be such a healer for people and help uplift people with your energy, this greater capacity for love is obviously really going to serve you, but it's going to be specifically about knowing where to put that energy, as we've been talking about. We have a music note here symbolizing that dance, right? How important it is to kind of move your energy and put yourself in that happy and joyous energy whenever you need it. So it's really about honoring yourself here. We have the unicorn, okay? This is all about your uniqueness. You know, you're unique and beautiful, and so just trust and accept yourself for who you are, okay? You're unique and different for a reason. You're a leader for a reason, okay? We also have the elephant, and the elephant, I feel like, has showed up mostly in every reading, as well as the unicorn. And so the elephant to me has come out to symbolize that gracefulness, but yet standing in your personal power has really been the elephant's message today. And so it's really about coming into your acceptance and your own personal power, but you're always having this amazing place of gracefulness. We have the 4-leaf clover. Good luck is coming your way, and we did have the Justice card. But again, this is accepting this decision, accepting who you truly are, and know that good luck is on your side because it's within your alignment. We also have an angel here, so a guardian angel, right? Your ancestors, your spiritual team is obviously very involved and protective over you because they want to come through and really guide you towards something that is going to bring more joy to your life. And we have 2 people here, so that could indicate a deeper connection for some of you, or a deeper relationship, because we also did have the 2 swans. And so with that, there actually could be a new relationship coming into your lives when you guys accept this part of who you are, or by accepting who you truly are, you deepen your relationship with your partner, right? So there's something beautiful and balancing that's happening with your love. That's beautiful. And then the last charm we have is a key. So this is about unlocking who you truly are, right? And that's just a confirmation of really what this reading has been saying about it's time to unlock who you really are, because you have something beautiful to share and something to give to others. So let's get a question from your ancestors. So this is a journal prompt. So again, you can answer this however you feel called, whether that's you want to just think about it or you want a journal, written, audio, or a video. So let's just see what question Spirit has for you. All right, ancestors for group number 4, one question. What would you like them to think about in regards to their situation? Okay, we have, what am I hoping for? Yeah, that's definitely really beautiful and kind of fits in here with setting your sets higher. So overall, group 4, this is your message. So I really hope this brought you some clarity and some encouragement, some messages from your ancestors. So definitely let me know what you thought of it down below. Leave me a like and comment as well. And I'm sending you guys so much love and light on your journey, and I will see you guys in the next video.